Welcome back, guys, to yet another Newsday Tuesday video. Today, we're going over all of the stuff obviously coming out this week. We have Shiva Lasswell, Alexander Charlotte, my girl. You know we're pulling for her, so don't miss that stream via Twitch down below. And speaking of down below, if you are a Patreon or YouTube channel member supporter, or you want to be a YouTube or channel member supporter, there's links down there below helping us continue on in this day and age. And comment down below which of the newses that you've been here on the Tuesdays you're most excited for. Let's go in here once again. Thank you for spending a little bit of time here today, and let's talk about the banner first and foremost. Right after we find it, featured summon all the way at the bottom, we have featured summon Brave Exvius Mystical Ice Lasswell, aka Shiva Lasswell, or Hallowed Aegis Charlotte, aka Alexander Charlotte. Let's talk about these two characters, excuse me. This is coming in May 14th. All right, so just like typical, we have these step-up banners, right? The 25,000 lapis step-up at the bottom that you can do one time to get yourself a 5-star ticket, and then you can go up here and spend the 12K for the prism if you so desire. I think this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this on Friday or Thursday. They changed the poll banner dates from Friday to Thursday a long time ago, and I still have not gotten with it. I swear, I still think it's Friday, but it's Thursday. Like we say every Tuesday, it's Thursday. So if you want to see that stuff, it's always a good time. Hopefully we can luck out. We'll see what we get. And Alexander Charlotte's probably the last unit I particularly was looking forward to pulling for a long while. So that's going to be a good time. It's going to be a final pull, actually, for a long while as far as what we were looking forward. So we'll have to see about that. We have a global upgrade here for Mystical Ice Lasswell. He is a sword down arrow unit, so he's pretty cool as a sword down arrow unit. I love the sword down arrow units here. Mystical Ice Lasswell is a little bit of a mouthful of a name. His sprite looks pretty sweet though. They look a lot better in animation than they do you know, when they're just kind of sitting here in their sprite 2D form, like just chilling. They look way better in animation here. But the Glacial Battle Garb has his STMR, 56 attack, 32 defense, clothing body piece, 50% ice resist, and then boosts physical damage against dragons. So it's kind of funny that this came out. We just actually got access to a 4-star TMR from the Valkyrie Profile collaboration that has, I mean, it's got less attack and stuff, but it has the 50% Dragon Killer on it, which is pretty interesting there. His TMR is the Ice Demon's Crown, 48 attack, 22 defense, 40 magic. Activates imbued with Ice Demon's magic, or might, excuse me. It boosts your ice resist by 30%, boosts attack by 30% when equipped with a katana. So pretty strong hat piece there if you're wearing a katana, 48 attack and 30% on top of that. So this is like a the next generation of like Regina's TMR, right, which is like 40 attack and then 30% with a gun. We have the Ice Demon's Crown, which is katana version. Featured abilities here with the global upgrade. You know, global upgrades as for damage dealing characters, we're not going to know exactly how powerful these are going to be until you see the numbers, because there's no numbers in here, right? We have reduced ice wind resist and damage one enemy. Is that going to be good? I don't know. You know, is it 5% more in peril? Is it, what's going on here? Is that one less cooldown on the cooldown? We don't know what he's going to be doing, but he's going to be a chaining damage dealing character. Obviously, he's just the next generation of characters. If I remember correctly, he wasn't anything super insane in JP when he came out. He was pretty good, but he wasn't like crazy good. We'll have to see what these global upgrades give him. They've been given a lot of really good global upgrades lately. Now, Alexander Charlotte, Hallowed Aegis Charlotte, that is a mouthful. I'm just going to call her Alex Charlotte, is a new ally, no global upgrades, but she doesn't really need any global upgrades here, in my opinion. Her STMR, not the greatest thing in the world, so it's good news. You don't really need to go after an STMR. It's one less thing for you guys to want to have access to. It's 106 defense, 106 spirit, activates imbued with the Sacred Castle's Might, which gives you an automatic cast of 30% damage mitigation every turn. So really not all that great, to be honest with you there. It's got this niche thing where you start with 30% mitigation, or if you re-raise during the fight on the enemy's turn, you'll pop up. You should have the 30% mitigation there. You just kind of get this right away. You have to start your turn every time you're re-raised, and it's really not that amazing there. But her TMR, Alexander Synergy, boosts defense and spirit by 30%, light resist by 40%, and HP by 30% when equipped with a heavy shield. So not the worst thing there. It's pretty good, pretty strong, but we've seen a lot of stuff like this, so it's nothing super crazy, but it's gonna proc her trust ability, which gives her a lot of extra stats. And that's really what she is. She's a very bulky character. Limit Burst is like Sacred Shield Charlotte's, but swapped over to the physical side, but she still has the ability to tank for both magic and physical damage. She's very, very bulky. If you use a single draw attack tank, she could do that for you too, just because if you have the gear for her, she can get in there. She's very, very strong. Her mitigations, especially on her Limit Burst, are very, very, very high because her mitigation on her LB is just like Sacred Shield Charlotte's 50%, but the cover mitigation on her Limit Burst is always 80% cover mitigation. So she's in there tanking. I was gonna say like in there like swimwear, but she's obviously wearing a castle for armor. So that's pretty much what she's gonna do. She's got a lot of chaining capabilities. She's got unlocked. She's got multicast. She has the ability to do just a bunch of different stuff. We'll go over her obviously fully in depth more when her banner does come out for you guys there. But she's the last character I was really looking forward to, and we're gonna be snagging her. We're going to be snagging her real quick. Now, let's start from top to bottom with the Forgotten City Exploration. This is going to be against our boy Kadaj. All right, and I should have a banner review coming out for, not a banner review, like a unit guide coming out for him like tomorrow. So go ahead and check that out when it does come out. We have the Pink Ribbon FF7 Advent Children here. This is an accessory, Spirit 30. Boost Light and Dark Resist by 30%. Activate Eris Last Wish. Chance of restoring HP for all allies when receiving a physical or magical attack. So doesn't seem that good. I'm assuming that that counter isn't that good either. So I'm going to say it's not that good of a thing. But it does have the Light and Dark Resist 30%. So don't miss out on that because you could be using that on a character in the future. On top of that, we have some rare summon tickets, some traditional stuff you can get in there from going in spanking. I almost called him Yazoo, but that's because he was down here. Kazoo. All right, we have 14 the area here. This is going to be the area new equipment enhancement event. All right, so we have a specific weapon will give you a chance to get a unique ability. So this is going to be item world. All right, big item world change here. I don't know why, but there's going to be some really old items in here, guys. All right, some really old items in here that get special abilities, like the Cobalt Winglet and the Uldan Falchion, right? Like this is the stuff from like way back in the days in here, but there's also some newer items in here that you're not going to want to miss out on. Remember Budding Maple Wand, FF14, like old Y'shtola? That weapon's in here. So you're only going to have access to that. You've been playing this game for years. But excuse me, on top of that, we have the Inferno Saber Plus, Inferno Saber Plus. All right, that can be in there. That's very strong. We have the Dragon Wing Bow. We have the Diabolos' Rod. We have the Fierce Goddess's Katanas, the Ice Demon's Katanas, the Knight's Blade. All right, the Wind Sprite, Wind Spear, Nightbringer Wolf's Handgun, Nightbringer Wolf's Handgun Plus. So we have a lot of this stuff here for you guys as well. So these are the newest weapons, right? We had the last King Log with the Dark Vision stuff. We have apparently a new one coming in with Lasswell and Charlotte stuff. And then we have the Nightbringer Wolf, which should be the Advent Children stuff. You can get extra rare abilities on those weapons during Item World this time. And the best one out of all of these for you guys to work on, I would say, is the Inferno Saber Plus at least minimum. You should be trying to get in there and get that, because it's a pretty good, it's 176 attack, you know, two-handed fire great sword. So it's very strong. That's a super TMR tier sort of weapon there. Now we also have the return of Chamber of the Vengeful. So we have the creepy Boogeyman Knights is coming back. This was the Ghouligan. I think this was called the Ghouligan when we were fighting him back in the day. This was like Carton and Godria's event boss. So we have the creepy Boogeyman, not the Ghouligan anymore. So he's in here. Chamber of the Vengeful is going to work the same way. Face off 3 bosses, Pro, Elite, and Legendary. They're going over exactly how it works. We have the Ghouligan. Ooh, that's a cool little medal. The Ghouligan medal, super TMR tickets, all this other cool stuff. We'll have to see if they give us the extended reward amount or not. It's been a long time since we've got in here, but we do have the Twilight Gear. Okay, the Twilight Relic. Attack Defense Spirit 15, boost light resistance and resistance to blinded disease by 20%. Twilight Set, attack and defense 20%. With the Twilight Hood, attack defense and spirit 20, MP 15%, boost light resistance and blinded disease by 30%. Enables Twilight Set, attack and defense 20%. We'll equip with the Twilight Cloak, and then Twilight Cloak, attack defense spirit 27, MP 15. Wait, 15%. Boost attack, boost light and boost light. Oh my god, whatever, dude. This gear is not doing it for me. I'm getting sad over here. Boost light resistance and resistance to blended disease by 50%, enables Twilight says. So very similar to what it was before. I really wish that this 15% MP though, that was strewn all over this gear, that's what caused me to just get like that when we were going over the gear. I wish this was HP 15%. That's like what makes the other pieces of gear so good, like the QB set and the catastrophic set. This being MP percent really makes this a lot worse. It really does. It really just makes it a lot worse, because especially since this is attack and defense, if it was attack, defense, and HP, that could be really good. Especially for a lot of players out there who are just getting into the game. That'd be insanely good for you guys, because you wear the hood, you'd wear the body piece, you'd be set. Attack, defense, 60%, 30% health on top of that. Yes, but 30% MP makes me not all that great. All that I just can't get behind it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't call it good. I can't go look good. But then we have the elite things down here. This is what I wanted to do. The Brawler's Might. Boost attack by 60% when equipped with a fist. Not stackable. And then Obscure Might. Boost attack by 80% when equipped with a Dark Elemental weapon. So this one could be useful for you guys out there. This one also could be useful, the 60% attack with a fist weapon. Although I think this is like the third iteration. The third iteration of a materia that we have like this in the game. Maybe it's only second. Maybe it's only the second version. I know there's Tifa. There's Tifa's TMR that does this. Attack 60% with a fist weapon. I don't know if there's something else. I think there might be attack 50% with a fist weapon, which is the old fist mastery. All right, now we have the Bay ticket symbol. The May ticket bundle. All right, we got May ticket bundle here. Don't buy this. I've never bought these things. I don't like them. Unless there's a bunch of UOCs in here. But it says grab this bundle, get 10 May bundle tickets as well as a 5-star select summon ticket. Unless this is like $4 or something. No, because it gives you these things. We don't know what the drop rates are on these things. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't buy this stuff. Period. Never really liked them. Bought it one time on stream because we were bored, and it's just not good. It's just not good. The only reason we bought it was because we were bored to pull for some random stuff. Don't do it. All right, it's terrible. It's just absolutely awful. It's just a bad time. It's just a bad time. Now we have the ticket exchange shop for Charlotte and Lasswell, and pretty much all that typical stuff here. All right, all that typical stuff. Now we also have the unit intro quest, so you can go in there and look at CG Lasswell's CG Limit Burst movie. Yes, he did get the CG LB. All right. He did get the CGLB. Alexander Charlotte didn't. I know it's a great tragedy. It's a great tragedy that he got the LB instead of Charlotte. It's, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? Sometimes just big tragedies all over the world, especially when it comes to Alexander Charlotte not getting a CG Limit Burst. I can't believe it. Now make sure you're also finishing up your Shadowbringers quest here. Get these tickets every day, and then you spend them over here in the limited time Shadowbringers box. I have 16 of them. But what you can do is you can get a bunch of these pure crisps, okay? You get a bunch of these pure crisps, which are really hard to get, but you get in here, get in the final box, and start spamming them out for the pure crisp there for you guys. That's the last little quick TLDR. But thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of your time here today. We got this solid and clocked in. I'm a little bit, you know, a little bit let down by that Ghouligan gear. I still am thinking about that there. But if you guys want to see more stuff like this for Brave Exvius, you know where to be here on the channel. Hopefully we weren't too kooky today for you guys there. That Ghouligan dude, he took me for a ride, man. He took me for a ride. But stay safe out there, guys. Until I see you in the next one. Take care, guys.